Last week, we saw it all go down in a triple threat #1 contenders match featuring former world champion Jungle Girl, Havoc, the Monster of Madness, and the Beast. The match was set to determine the next challenger for the WOW Championship, held by Tessa Blanchard in tonight's main event. But when Havoc's friend in destruction, Hazard, entered the ring to help the Monster of Madness, the match was declared a no contest, resulting in Tessa Blanchard proclaiming,
"How about this? How about next week I just pick my own opponent since you can't keep things under control?"
Her name is Serpentine. I believe that suitcase handed to Tessa Blanchard earlier must have something to do with this match. Tessa's in trouble. Tessa's in trouble right now, fans.
Boston Crab, Tessa can't reach the ropes.
This is it. She's not going to hit any ropes. Serpentine's got to be focused.
Oh, we've seen this from Serpentine before. Very unique submission. Serpentine knows she got to win the match on the inside, but Tessa, suicide dive! Suicide dive!
I have entered the tag team series.
Lana's gonna wrestle. Lana's back in the ring. Lana's back in the ring.
And I picked a partner that I know won't let me down.
Gotta be the maid. It's the Lioness.
You're not doing this to me, Lana Star.
If you can beat her, you can be my partner and continue your life as my protege.
What's this?
They're setting up a match.
But if you lose, then you're cut.
All right, let's do it. Oh, a big clothesline by the Lioness. Oh, look at this. Beverly Hills Big.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back for episode 2 of Wild Women Wrestling. Today we're going to be previewing this episode. When I say preview, that means that there's no spoilers, not a review. This is just merely just an outline of what you can expect for episode 2, which airs September 14th on Access TV. And again, we're talking episode 2 of season 2. And also, while we're talking about Access too, I mean, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan, as Impact is now moving to Access. So not only do you get WOW and New Japan, but adding Impact to that slate, Access is doing some really cool things now. So Access is looking like your home for all of your wrestling needs coming of late October. But yes, we're talking about WOW today. WOW, Women of Wrestling, episode 2 from season 2. And this was literally a very action-packed episode. We're back again with 4 great matches and super solid. And most importantly, you want to make sure that you do watch until the very end of this episode, because there's something at the very end that sends us right into episode 3. But episode 2 absolutely starts off at episode 1, and we know from the end of episode 1 that there was a 4-way match, a 3-way match to determine who's going to be the #1 contender for this week's episode 2 for this week's main event, which in episode 1 that triple threat ended up falling into a no contest. So coming into episode 2, we got tons of returns. We have debuts, a lot of good stuff happening. Quickly talking about the match card for this one, you do have the Beverly Hills Babe Amber O'Neil versus the Faith Lioness. You have the Governor's Daughter and Abilene Maverick making her, kind of sketchy return after that little kind of crooked or scam of an injury she had from season 1, as she takes on the debutant Adrenaline. This was a very entertaining match. Definitely one that had me on the edge of my seat. And then you have the Siren, the Voodoo doll with Holidead versus the Bully Busters, and returning back for tag team action. continuing the tag team series for this week, which was a very entertaining match as well. Holidead is a star. It's an absolute star. And then you have the main event. So before I talk about the main event, we know that the champion Tessa Blanchard is in this main event, but we'll talk about that just in a quick second. But WoW just does amazing stuff, and I'm gonna keep saying this probably every week. WoW does amazing stuff with its video packages, from the vignette, from the entrance videos to the backstage videos and so forth. It's always top tier. Amazing production. It's just really like solid work. Like if you watch Lucha Underground, you're watching top tier production and quality production and so forth. Like very cinematic, just like such. Their vignettes are just on point. And the other really good thing about it too is that it really helps elevate each character. So if you're not familiar with these superheroes, the video packages absolutely does its job, so that you know exactly who is what, where they come from, their story, and so forth. And not only just that too, period, it does that with and getting fans invested to the point of, like, if you have no clue who somebody may be, these video packages are done and used in such a really unique way that it automatically gets you invested into who may be your favorite superhero and who you want to see win throughout the duration of this season. The other thing I have to say too, talking about video packages, Tessa Blanchard speaking Spanish is amazing, and the intro video with Tessa is just, you just get chill. She's so good at everything she does, and her being the champ is not just an accolade, but it's a lifestyle for everything she does. And that intro video with her is amazing. Like, it literally gives you chills. And when I say speaking Spanish, because she's talking to the world's greatest attorney, Sophia Lopez, and the conversation between the two of them, because there seems to be some conspiring between the two of them as to who's going to be in the main event picture. So like I said, for the main event, you're getting Serpentine, some may even say, that sounds like a new person. Yeah, well, it is, because Serpentine, formerly known as, formerly from season 1, formerly known as Cobra Moon from Lucha Underground, makes her return now as Serpentine, and this new gear is fire. It's amazing. Like, it's absolutely amazing. That's one hell of a match. I mean, the fans, the very diverse crowd that's in attendance there, are literally on fire. Like, the arena is hot. The match is crazy, and the fans instantly let you know who they're rooting for, because they're completely invested throughout this entire episode. But the main event, they turn it up to the max. There's not one person in that arena sitting down. The commentary team is absolutely stellar, and it's overall, episode 2 is just absolutely an amazing episode. Really hits its point. And I'm already ready for episode 3. And again, like, September 14th, you catch a Saturday night on Access TV, make sure you check that out. But like, it is absolutely it's that main event is stellar, and it's Tessa's first match for season 2. So you know she's making a statement and she's ready to go. And with a re-debuting Serpentine, formerly known as Cobra Moon from Lucha Underground, it's just a very interesting match. But yeah, I just want to make sure I give you some quick pointers about what's happening with this episode, and you guys make sure you tune in, check out WoW on Twitter at WoW Superheroes, and use the hashtag WoW Superheroes to always be interactive with them. And again, you could always check me out here on the channel to get more information and so forth about it. But again, this is just a quick preview going into episode 2 of season 2 of WoW Superheroes. Make sure you check it out, give them a follow, continue staying subscribed, and catch you guys when we're back for episode 3.